Hi, you guys. It's me again, Linda G. I just posted up our video with Andre. Very good video. Please check it out. Um, he said at the end of this month, there's a pretty significant astrology event. I don't know if it's Mars versus Uranus or whatever, because I can't speak the language. But so we're going to check in again around that time. He said, watch to see what happens. So we'll see. The other thing is Andre from the beginning, one of the reasons I like him is back when I first saw him and I had him on the show, he always said that Trump was going to fall. He said, you guys see how he gets away with things? Well, that's about ready to end because blah, blah, blah versus blah, blah, blah. So I would only hope what he was saying was true, and what he said was true, because Trump is not getting away with stuff like he used to. The other thing is he always saw Kamala like in the forefront. He said, as far as Biden, the planets are okay, but they're really good for Kamala. So I thought, okay, so that must mean Biden wins because she's happy. Little did we realize, So that was so cool. And the other cool thing is my guides had always said for years that Biden would pass the baton. We just didn't know it would be this soon. So anyway, I just wanted to come on board today to tell you that I had such a psychic hit. I mean, if I didn't have to do a show with Andre, I would have just immediately come on here and told you. But I saw, and I've seen it before, but it was very clear. I could hear the doors closing. I saw Jared Kushner going to jail. I saw him wearing the one-piece jumpsuit. I saw his arms in front of him being handcuffed. I saw a whole bunch of stuff going on with him fighting this. But I would say by 2026, this man's in jail. What's interesting is I don't see his father-in-law around. And I do see the daughter, Ivanka, saying, it's too bad, see ya. Like, she'll probably throw him under the bus. That's what I saw. So that was a very clear vision. Sometimes when water is running or I'm in the shower, if I ask a question, I'll get a real good. So what I was asking, I was asking about Trump. So what happens? Does he go to jail? What's going on? And sometimes they'll give me a real good hit. They showed me Jared going to jail. So then I asked again about Trump, and this is a weird hit that I got, okay, just FYI. But I saw him in a wheelchair. So just decrepit and in a wheelchair. So I don't know what's happening there. He wasn't in a prison outfit, but he was blubbering, So we often felt like maybe he'll have a stroke or something. That it felt like people weren't able to communicate with him anymore. So I saw that for sure, okay? And I saw Jared going to jail. I see Stone going back to jail. I see Flynn going to jail. There's so many people that are going to be before the justice system. It's not even funny. But here's the good news, because Trump is out of the picture, I don't see rallying and leave him alone. I see people like, whatever. Johnson's in trouble too. I don't know if he'll go to jail though. What's going to happen to Mike Johnson? What's going to happen to Mike Johnson? Can you believe when Biden and Trump had that debate, he said, I just can't believe how much Biden was lying. Listen, all the Republicans are talking amongst themselves about what are we going to do with this guy? Because he's just not attracting anybody. They are stuck, I think, at 41%. Tell me what's going to happen to Mike Johnson. You know what's really weird? I see him trying to act like he's innocent, like him talking up people or trying to turn his direction. Well, oh no, it wasn't me that said that. But then I see them pointing at him. Like shame, shame, shame. Yeah, he's got the demon crossing him. He shouldn't have been like this. I'll tell you, he's gonna pay. He's gonna pay. The angel of light and mercy is at the bottom of this. So that means, you know, they're all watching. He's gonna be cut out, you guys. And there's some financial issues he's gonna be in trouble for. His cycle is changing. The cycle is changing. He's definitely not going to win as Speaker of the House again, but the cycle is changing. So is he going to try to stop us from having a budget? Is he going to try to stop us from having a budget? Yes or no? Is he going to try to have us stop before having a budget? I just heard yes. I just heard the word yes. Did you guys watch Expedition Unknown with Josh Gates last night? It was spooky. They were at some hospital that is cray. There was all kinds. And you know, Josh don't play. He's not one of those who tries to act like something's happening. He really was afraid. I loved it. In fact, the new girl that's in there, she was downstairs. They went down somewhere. She got so sick. She reminded me of me when I was at the big place in San Jose with the Winchester House. I walked into that stable and I was beyond nauseous. That's ghost attachment. Okay, so here we go. So he's going to be very disappointed. He's going to try to rally people and act strong, but the light of the truth is all on them. Tell me what's going to happen with the Republicans. There's some good Republicans that are going to. I didn't even see Liz Cheney, and I told you this before, getting a position in the White House. But there's some good Republicans, and I see them building up from the ground up, trying to get out of that nonsense. And the guys or whoever's talking to me right now wants me to tell you the whole Christian nationalism thing is leaving. That's not going to be anything anymore. I just heard that the Republicans will know they are flailing. And yes, he'll try to make some of them happy, but they realize it's not going to get them brownie points. It's not going to get them votes. God bless Joe Biden. I'm going to tell you right now. God bless Joe Biden. Didn't I tell you that they were going to come out with first-time home buyers? And don't worry, the interest rates are going to be dropping. So you guys just keep on keeping on. Let me look what the Dow did today. It's 40,659. Both the Dow and the NASDAQ went up. Okay, so yeah, they're busy going to try to pick up the pieces, but the outcome is they give us what we want, or they'll keep everything moving because they know better. They're going to kind of play with it, but don't be messing. People are already just looking for something. You know, trying to tell civil servants they're not going to get a paycheck. You don't want to play that right before an election. You just do not want to play that. I don't know why I see Trump talking smack about Nancy Pelosi. He's really talking smack about her. Remember that big fight they had where she said he was in Putin's? Yeah, there's a big fight here, or it's on camera without in front of her. He doesn't like to approach strong women. So tell me about, because I had Andre take a look at Putin. He was saying 25, 26, which he could be correct, but I'm seeing stuff happening way before that, like Putin has no choice. Tell me about Putin. And they just changed the age that you can join the army in the Soviet Union to 14. Good luck with that, Trump ass. Oops, did that come out of my mouth? That was somebody else that said that, you guys. A lot of successes coming from the Ukraine. He's going to be stuck. I mean, so stuck. There's some big thing going to happen. Okay. Maybe they'll blow up his palace or something. And then there's like celebration, like a union, like people are like, yes, let's do this. Okay, I just heard this. I'll just tell you guys. For Putin, there's not a lot of love there. So even if he makes some sort of, says, okay, I'll come out of your land, just leave us alone. There's people behind closed doors that want him gone. There's a lot of people very angry at him, especially the moms that lost their sons. And let me tell you, more people are going to just put their hands up in the air and say, hey, I'm walking away from this. If I could just have a hot meal, some water, and maybe a clean chains of socks and underwears. So I just see that the Russians are done. There's not too many of them in there. Did you see? I was just telling Andre, there was a big ship that was carrying, I think it was a cruise ship that was used to carry North Korea stuff, and they bombed it. Hell to the yeah. Somebody just said to me, okay, I know the language is weird, but they just said North Korea will end up being a nothing burger. There's nothing they can do, especially when Putin's gone. And when Putin's gone, what happens to Trump? That was he worked for Putin. What happens to Trump when Putin's gone? Oh, okay, you guys. He's always in contact with Putin, always. Okay. So the money will decrease because Putin doesn't have any money. And the other one he talks to is Netanyahu. Backstabbing SOBs is what they are. Backstabbing. They were hoping to create a great union, but it's going to fall upside down. So there's things in the work, but they really thought Trump could win. He's not going to win. I think Netanyahu knows that too. You picked the wrong side, buddy. And he plays both sides. You know what I'm saying? So tell me about Netanyahu. I'm sorry we keep going over the same thing, but just in case I get something there. Putin may end up getting whacked, but I don't see that right away. You know who I see getting whacked right away? Netanyahu. I don't know who does it. What happens? 1 minute he's standing, and the next minute it's over. Okay, Netanyahu. He's doing some underhanded things with money too. He's got something swiftly will take place on him. He's going to be trying to go and cover. He's trying to he's even going to try to have Joe Biden help him out. Justice will grab him. Justice will grab him. But I see boom, like boom. Either that or he has a stroke or something, because I saw a head, like the head. That's the first time I've seen that. I often felt him being frightened. And I see Putin just unable to get the back that he needs, people to hold his back, people to stand. He's got his little group there, but it's not big enough. It's not big enough for the people that are coming for him. God, Putin absolutely hates Zelensky, but too bad. Zelensky's feeling empowered right now. That's wonderful. I'm telling you, they're going to make these people, Russia, pay for building their country back up, and eventually we'll be tourists in Ukraine, where it all happened. Okay, you guys. 1 second. So we saw that, and that was funny about that helicopter crash that never happened. And you know what, Willie Brown, I worked with Willie Brown. He would no sooner talk about someone he's with than the man in the moon. You know, he's a Pisces, but he was actually very secretive. He kept things on the low. I didn't know him when he was dating her, but he was not somebody that would blab about anybody. He stood very strongly behind whoever he was with, even though he was married. So, I need to check in on Joe and see how he's doing. I haven't talked to him. He's supposed to have that heart surgery. And Mel is back, you guys. Finally. Okay, so let's look. And listen, I'm hearing left and right about a good-sized earthquake coming up near Washington, Oregon, at least the people who interpret it. And San Diego, they're saying, but I don't know. I see a lot more in the north, maybe even where I live. And the good news, it's even if it's a 7, there's damage, but there's not really, I'm not really seeing maybe injuries, no deaths. That's what I see. Let's see. Okay. And also I wanted to take a look, see at Jack Smith. I want to see how our guy is doing. This isn't going to be a very long video. I had to tell you about Jared in the orange suit. And the monkeypox virus, the outbreak. I looked up the monkeypox. It's nothing like COVID. And it's something that can only be passed like with intimate touching, sex, kissing, something like that. It looks ugly. You see those pustules? But anyway, I just want you to know, yeah, I do see it going around. There's nothing they can give you for it, but nobody really dies from it. And it can be easily remedied if you take care of yourself. So that's what I got. Oh, this is a good question too. I want to look at Jack Smith, but Andrea Mitchell and that other one, Katie Turd, what's going to happen to them? Because everybody's calling for them to step down. And there was some rumor that they were thinking about not renewing Lawrence O'Donnell. No, he's coming back on Monday. He was on vacation. Andrea Mitchell. She's talking about retiring. I just heard her telling somebody. I don't know when her contract is over, but she's talking about retiring. Maybe come in as a special person to talk about big events. She's no Walter Cronkite. She's going to retire, you guys. She is kind of disappointed with, her numbers are down. People are just tired of her. Nothing, I don't know her personally. I'm just saying her days are numbered. She's not going to get fired. Now, Katie Turd. People are really upset with her. And people are really upset because Andrea called President Biden, Mr. Biden. The hell, he's still president, Biatch. Okay, now tell me about Katie Turd. She's really got kind of a snotty attitude. I see her like, whatever. They're kind of talking to her. She acts like she looks realistically. She's on both sides of the coin. But she's got a real outlook of what's going on. So what's going to happen to you? Okay, I just got this hit. I got to tell you real quick before I lose it. So I see President Harris. I see the whole administration being go, go, go. And the administration's going to kind of get the word from the top. Don't give interviews to Katie. So Katie's going to be much about ado about nothing going nowhere. Maybe some regular news. but I see her leaving eventually. I don't see them actually firing her, but they'll make it to where, I don't know, they're almost, once they're in there, because remember when Trump won and all of a sudden pick and choose, and he only picked the Fox News people, and that's kind of, I just see that President Harris and Vice President Walz will kind of be careful about the people they talk to, even if they come off like they're for them. They want realistic conversation. Maybe not even George Stephanopoulos, because I think Biden is upset that George was just pushed. Aren't you too old? Aren't you too old? Aren't you? I was like, will you? Okay, drop it. He just said no, move on, and he wouldn't. Remember that? It was disgusting. So anyway, yeah, they're about rest to go, you guys. I can't tell you exactly where this earthquake is, but I can feel it, I can smell it, I can taste it. And don't forget, we got a lot of volcanoes going off. When volcanoes are going off, it usually means something too, as far as earth shifts. It's not Armageddon, it's not the one that drops us into the ocean, but it's a good size. And also the one, the hurricane that's getting ready to hit, it feels like it's going to do some damage, but it feels okay. Okay. What can you tell us about the letters that were handed out to some of the President Bush Sr.'s funerals? I feel like Trump was responsible. Seems like it's his style. What about the letters? You know, we haven't even thought about that. That's what George Bush cried when he was talking about his dad. He loved his dad. What were the letters? I'm not kidding. What I see is them walking out with the letters and then dumping them in the trash. So it probably could have been from Trump. Because remember, the mother hated him. She hated Trump. What was in those letters? Do you know, I'm almost feeling like some people or someone was advising that Trump shouldn't come. He was really mad at the Obamas. Okay, I just got this hit. I'll just tell you what it is. I feel like there was Russian play in this, and I feel like somebody told Trump some information about President Bush Sr., and that if these people didn't, you know, because he was still, wasn't he president when he died? I feel like they're almost saying, we got information on him and just we'll keep it under keeps for now, but just mess with us and see what happens. And I feel like even the Bush family said, yeah, whatever, dude, whatever. I'll tell you, John McCain is just totally happy about what's coming up. I just saw him smiling. He's not sick anymore. He's young again. He's very happy. He loves his wife still. Tell everybody it's going to be okay. You know how he has that language, how he talks, kind of, when he says it, you know it's true to be true. He just said that to me. Tell everybody it's going to be okay. Linda, I don't know what the hell happened to people. But Donald Trump is about ready to be shown the door. And Donald Trump was not the bigwig he thought he was. I just got that flash too, that Donald Trump didn't want to leave the White House and he was planning on saying, no, make me go. I swear to God, remember I told you guys that before. And I see the Secret Service and CIA and everybody saying, sir, if you don't leave, we will remove you physically. And do you want the people to see that? Because at first he's like, oh yeah, remove me physically because watch what happens. But then he knew he was messing with the wrong people. And so I see McLean wants me to know that he will be so disintegrated. He will be so made fun of. He can't stand that. And also the lineage of trials that are coming up. I see Jack Smith rubbing his hands and licking his lips. And now it begins. Oh, I can't wait, you guys. Just think, November 6th, we're going to be dancing and partying. I'm going to have me some sparkling apple juice. And we're going to just laugh because it's just going to be. And he's going to desperately look for the door. But I see that he's not able to leave like he wants to. Sure, he's making plans to leave. Maybe somebody in the middle of the night. But even if he leaves, I'm almost feeling like the government's able to get him back because he has to face charges. Oh. If Putin wasn't taken down, he was going to have to face charges too. Netanyahu will face charges. But it's interesting. I feel assassination almost on both of them, Netanyahu and Putin, or attempted assassination. Something's going to happen. Oh, that's exciting, you guys. Jamaica had an earthquake, 4.5. Oh, and did you hear that Barron told his classmates that in 2015, his mom and dad had been separated for 2 years. And that she probably left him when she found out he was with several women. Anyway, they had planned on getting a divorce, but then when Trump was able to get in or was going to try for president, they took her back to the table and the check cleared and she pretended like she was his wife. Okay. Okay, Eileen. Well, she wants to know what is Trump's team really feel about. Okay, I just got a hit. Really feel about Orange Crush making it in this they know he's behind. They know he's behind and it feels embarrassing. It feels like they're embarrassed. It's that same deflation when John McCain got Sarah Palin and it was too late for him to change his mind. He thought he wanted a woman, but he didn't realize they had put in, I don't know who did that, but whoever it was never was able to make right with him again. So just know that McCain is telling me that his team all knows because they're making the phone calls and stuff. I even got a letter asking for money. Hell to the no. I didn't even open it. I just threw it away. Okay. Okay, and more evidence, more and more evidence about Trump stealing information. He is a traitor. He will be found to have been a total traitor to the United States of America. I don't think he's going to live long enough to be where he should be, but I'm feeling that it will be like they're going to say he never was a president. They're going to put the black X on his face. Everything he touched turns to you know what. Things are going to change, you guys. So we got a lot to talk about. I'm going to post again. I'm going to be in Benicia tomorrow, but Sunday, maybe we could get together and talk about more people. Look at your people, give me their birthdays, who's running against who. Josh Hawley, according to Andre, looks like he'll make it, but he's going by the polls. I've often felt Josh Hawley was, but we'll see. Andre could be right, I could be wrong. All right, you guys, I love you all. I'll catch you on the other side. Cheers.